guys? It's boy King Q back again with another video today. So I don't feel spicy food by my story animated. Let's get into the video.
Hi, my name is Glory, and I can eat this plate of hot peppers like ice cream without even making a face. I generally like spicy food, and it seems that I am a unique person in some sense. That's why I want to share my story with you. For some reason, my parents believe that spicy food is the best medicine for cold or flu and some other seasonal diseases. I don't know if this is true. Personally, I prefer the treatment with honey and lemons, maybe because they are tastier. And since my parents, if necessary, are treated with hot chili peppers during normal times, spicy food practically does not appear in our house. Mom does not understand at all how you can eat something like that voluntarily, while Dad is simply indifferent to spicy foods. One day, when I was 3, during the winter flu epidemic, chili peppers appeared in our family as usual, from which my parents bite off about a millimeter a day. They treated themselves in general, and at some point I was left alone in the kitchen, and when my mother went in there, she saw me eating a whole chili pepper. I quickly chewed and swallowed it like candy with a smile on my face and started on a second one. My mother at that moment experienced a small death and resurrection. She froze in horror because she was sure
Oh boy.
that I would not survive after that. But when she rushed to save me and saw the smile on my face, she thought she was going crazy and started calling Dad to help. And you know what my dad saw? I chewed another pepper and handed him one with the words, "Eat, Daddy, this is very tasty." My parents couldn't believe their eyes and immediately took me to the hospital. But I don't understand why, neither did the doctors. They asked my parents why they brought them a healthy child and told them not to talk about such nonsense because no 3-year-old child can eat a chili pepper. It's just beyond reality. And no matter how many times my parents tried to prove that they saw it with their own eyes, the doctor did not believe them. Fortunately, nothing happened to me that day, and I didn't have any negative reactions from eating chili peppers. So the next time my parents saw me chewing raw ginger, they were hardly surprised. But they still asked me if I was experiencing any unpleasant sensations and if it wasn't too spicy for me. To which I replied that it was very tasty, almost like potatoes with lemon. Strange combination, right? This is how my parents realized that they had a very strange daughter who does not feel the spiciness of food, and it seems generally loves the taste. But they still asked me not to overuse the spicy food, and I tried. One evening, we were on holiday in a country boarding house, and the electricity was cut off there. There was something fascinating and romantic about it because the stars
Wow, okay.
and the moon lit up the stone paths, and the clouds seemed to hang from the sky right to the ground. After a short walk, my parents and I went to a restaurant for dinner. There were a few candles burning instead of
Nice.
electricity, and there was something alluring about this too, because never before had I had to dine in the semi-darkness with candlelight. Only the squid served in the cream sauce was not salty at all, but I was not upset and decided to add salt to my taste. I added more, and then more, and more, but nothing changed, and I had to eat it as it was. Big deal, not salted. Some people generally eat food without salt, and that's okay. But suddenly, the electricity was turned on in the room, and my parents' eyes literally popped out. We looked at my plate together, and there, black squid in black sauce. It
Nasty.
turned out that all this time I was peppering my dish instead of salting it, and I poured into the plate at least 3 tablespoons of black pepper. But I did not feel the spiciness again. I did not understand why everyone around
Oh,
was
it's
so
pepper.
afraid
Okay.
of peppers. I personally love them very much. However, less than an hour later, I felt the full charm of spicy food, or rather its consequences. The fact is that my stomach began to hurt very badly, worse than it had ever hurt before. It felt like I was being cut by thousands of knives from the inside, and nothing relieved my condition. That day I was hospitalized, and the doctors had to work hard to get me back to normal, and it took more than 2 weeks. Then I promised my parents and myself, first of all, that I would no longer abuse spicy food. Also, I said that I would try to be more attentive in the future and look at my plate under any circumstances, even in the dark. And I honestly tried to keep my promise until I found out about one competition. We were walking with a friend in the park and saw a crowd of people. They were looking at something in fascination. When we got closer, we saw that the host had prepared hot peppers for 5 daredevils and showed the prize for the winner, a PlayStation.
Wow.
No, I didn't rush in and didn't give myself away. I just invited my friend to watch the process, and I really was very interested to see how others eat peppers. Their eyes were watering, their mouths were wide open, and they were breathing like dragons. Their faces were red, and snot was running out of their noses. A very pitiful sight. I was very sorry for each of them, and I wanted to alleviate their fate by eating all the peppers for them. And when I saw that the maximum that the contestants could eat was 2 peppers, I felt somehow offended. For myself, or for the peppers, I don't know. So I said, "Do you want me to show you how to eat peppers?" And within a minute, I was eating the spicy chilies one by one without crying or blushing. The audience was shocked, as was my friend, and the main prize was mine. I was happy and even somewhat proud of myself. But the joy didn't last long because almost immediately my stomach ached again. I curled up like an ark in the middle of the street and realized that I could not take a step. I could not even scream in pain because all my strength was spent on breathing, and it was very difficult because all of my muscles were very tense. Soon I was in the hospital, and this time the doctors fought for my life for almost a month. And when I came to my senses, I was told something interesting. I was told the results of my examinations, according to which I have an atrophied trigeminal nerve, which is responsible for the body's response to spicy food, and that's why I can eat tons of chili peppers and not feel the spiciness at all. And since after the last time my body was seriously affected by a large amount of pepper, the doctors strictly forbade me to even look at spicy food. Otherwise, the consequences for me could be very disastrous. My parents took it quite seriously, and all the peppers disappeared from our house. I accepted this fact
Wow.
and no longer touched spicy food, notifying everyone about it. But my friend Angela didn't seem to understand. One day she threw a party and invited me. There were a lot of people, and for some reason everyone was just staring at me all night. I soon found out the reason. Angela said they wanted me to demonstrate how I could handle a whole plate of chili peppers, and asked me to agree. I was very angry with her and said that such entertainment was dangerous for me and my health, and Angela shook her head in understanding. After about 30 minutes, they served us ice cream, and it was truly exotic. Strawberry cherry. Everyone started eating it with interest and continued to stare at me, and then they started taking pictures. If you only knew how this annoyed me. "Okay, guys, I understand, but it's over. I won't eat the chili peppers. Is that clear?" I said, unable to bear it. And then I felt the familiar pain in my stomach, and a moment later I lost consciousness. This time I underwent a major surgery because my ice cream was stuffed with ground hot pepper and my digestive organs were simply corroded. And it's all because of my sneaky ex-friend Angela, because she was the one who made the ice cream and almost killed me for a show. Now I choose my friends carefully and don't tell anyone about my abilities. Unfortunately, some people are willing to do anything for a show. Do you like spicy food? Can you eat a plate of hot chili peppers like me? Share your answers in the comments, click on the thumbs up button, and subscribe to our channel.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm out. Peace. Drop your reaction video ideas down in below. And I'm out. Peace.